What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. I am AJ Gels. How's it going? Sorry about yesterday. There were no uploads. That is because my internet went down. Apparently, there was a problem with, not in my apartment this time. A wire, like my entire complex, the internet went down. Then we had like an ice storm middle of the day, and it set off them getting somebody out to fix it. They finally got out and fixed it, so now I can record. Thank God. Couple of announcements before we get into this video. If you haven't seen it already or got it from the title, we're going to be talking about the survivor system in State of Decay 2. This is something I was questioning. It was last week when I did a State of Decay 2 gameplay video where I sat down. Again, we're doing more IGN first stuff. We're going to be analyzing this, having some fun. But I was questioning the survivor system stuff to begin with. And I'm really interested to see what this video is gonna bring out. But real quick, I do have some announcements for the channel. A Way Out, that series is being postponed, not indefinitely, probably till the end of this upcoming week. I had some friends over on Friday. We played it, but the videos are really kind of screwed up. It's kind of why I'm doing this separately from the weekly show, just because I need to make sure that my software as a whole isn't going completely insane. Mix that with I don't have like 2 hours to cover everything because I have to go into work for a couple hours. So, is that everything? A Way Out will be postponed. Sorry about that, but we do still have the final episode of Batman: The Enemy Within and Far Cry 5 coming up on Tuesday. The weekly show will be up later today. I think that's about all. If you have any questions, please go into the comments below. I've talked enough. Let's get into this video.
What's up, everyone? Brandon here with IGN. I'm super excited to be joined by Richard Fogey, design director on State of Decay 2.
Right on. Nice to meet you. Good job with my name.
Thanks. All right, we nailed it. So we're going to be looking at characters right now. So State of Decay 2 has always had some really interesting characters that you get as survivors to bring into your shelter.
Okay. I have not seen this. This is me. I haven't watched this. I wanted to come into this fresh, give kind of like my raw takes, what I usually like to do with videos. Okay, so just looking at this right now. Okay, so we have the take control down at the bottom of the screen. We have take control, show details, exile survivor. So I'm assuming you can kick people. I mean, you can kick people out, take control of them. You can show the individual details of the character. I'm gonna guess it's a status effect. Obviously, I'm gonna guess injured. Obviously map based. The rest of that stuff is pretty self-explanatory. The thing I'm hoping for the most is that you can customize the characters. Like you can mess with their look or even design your own character. I'm hoping for it. Will it happen? I don't know, but I'm guessing if that is possible, if that is in this game, it'll be in this video.
This time around, this game is ramping that up. So can you describe a little bit about what is happening in this game?
Yeah, so we procedurally compose each of our survivors from a huge list of different traits, names, appearance, all these different things kind of go into making a survivor a complete person. So we start off with...
this is Xena.
This is Xena. Xena
Tinky.
And she's been in this community a while, to the point where she's built up to become a hero. Every survivor that joins your community goes from recruit to citizen to hero. Once they become a hero, they provide a special bonus. You can see here with Xena, she's providing the ammo wish list hero bonus, which gives a community +1 ammo per day.
Awesome.
There's also a hint there, like her leadership style. If we were to make Xena a leader of the community, she would be a warlord, and that leads to some late game interesting stuff that's going to go on.
Interesting. Okay. So you can actually promote them.
Yeah, and I'll show you that in just a second. But yeah, you can
thank God.
One of the survivors in your community up to be the leader, and that sort of defines the character of your community as a whole. Xena,
See what I was really hoping that they would do that. Like you would, have like one big leader, but then you'd have a sort of like scavenging parties. You'd have a leader of that. You'd have a leader of like base defense and agriculture. And like I was really questioning how in depth they were going to go with that. So it just seems like they're just going simply. You have one leader, but still like the concept.
Every survivor is composed of traits that give them a bit sometimes personal history, pre-apocalyptic history, sometimes how they survived in the apocalypse before they came to this community, and sometimes just details about themselves. Pre-apocalyptic, Xena was an auto detailer. That gets her morale bonus from the auto shop. Also, the mechanic skill that you see down a little bit lower on the list, that is derived from the fact that she spent time pre-apocalypse as an auto detailer. She was a rifle collector, so that gives her bonuses from the armory. It also gives her bonuses to how where her shooting started. She has a really high, she has specialized into sharpshooting from her normal shooting.
No. Help's on the way.
Don't get any better than that.
She accumulates experience shooting fast.
Real quick, like not that last scene when they were shooting into that group of zombies. It was the one before that. They were showing her fixing up a car. So I'm guessing. I mean, obviously, she was fixing that up, and it said repair kit needed. So I'm gonna assume that we can actually fix up the cars in real time. We don't have to park them somewhere and wait. We can actually fix them out in the field. So I really hope I'm reading the obvious things and not making a definitive statement and being proven wrong.
Faster because of that rifle collector background. And this high pain threshold, which gives her increased fighting experience and additional health.
First of all, I love the fact that you contextualize the stuff that affects skills and affects the gameplay with like who they are in the past and what they do. But for example, let's take that sharpshooting. Now, anybody can shoot, but she has a sharpshooting skill. Is that an evolved version of the regular shooting skill?
Exactly, that's a specialization, and we can look. I have a couple other survivors who are ready to specialize right now. And show you what that process looks like. See what some of the options they get are. The options are different based on history and what the survivors
traits they have.
Yeah, exactly right.
I see she also specializes in cardio, which I assume lets her run faster or more stamina.
So she's building this up, and then once we max out the stars that she has here, she'll be able to choose a specialization.
Specialize into it. Okay.
So I'll jump over to Allison here. Allison actually is ready to specialize in fighting.
She also looks like she's in a bad way right now.
She's in a bit of a bad way.
Oh no.
Allison was in a fight earlier with probably a juggernaut. She has a concussion from being slammed on the head, sprained ankle. She might have fallen off or something. Those are all things that I can take care of if I have a first aid kits or go to the infirmary and take care of that.
Got it.
But
I mean, already, I mean, we're obviously seeing these skills and everything being based off the traits. That was pretty much what they did in State of Decay 1. They did something very similar. I mean, this just seems to be the next step. But I really like how they're putting the UI, how they're making it a lot more out front and easier to read. Like this, I mean, you see she's fighting the infection. It explains what that is. You have the 93 out of 128 health. Here's exactly how all that stuff breaks down. It's concussion, sprained ankle, damage taken. I like that stuff. Exactly how her morale breaks down. I really like that. Again, I just like how it's breaking everything down simply right out in front of you. It's not leaving up for interpretation. It's like when I'm playing State of Decay right now on the channel. Go check out that series. It's pretty fun. And I look at a weapon. You see all the stats down at the bottom. You really don't know what a lot of them mean because there's no book or there's no way to cursor over one of them to guess. It's just kind of you kind of have to figure it out. I like how this is just stating it clearly so you can make better decisions kind of on the fly. And I'm also hoping when you're in a moment like this, it pauses the game. Like there's an actual there's a pause in State of Decay, but when you're checking your journal or on the other characters, the game still plays. So I'm interested to see if this still pauses it. So
you can see also down in the morale, some of the other traits that Allison has affects how she feels about different aspects of what's going on in the world.
I see.
She's pretty upset that there's so many infestation. She's really upset that there's no food and that there's low meds.
Loves that watchtower though.
She does love the watchtower. She wants to feel secure. She wants to feel safe. She is a hero in the community, so she has a bonus that she's providing, some morale, and then.
Oh wait, go back 1 second.
Okay.
She's a target of sympathy. People look at my situation and it makes them feel better about their own.
Looking at her background, she has her cell phone that she kept. She's sad all the time.
Yeah.
So maybe that makes me
a target of
you
guilt.
know what? At least I don't. Yeah. At least I don't feel so bad as Allison.
Well,
At least
All right, I'm like Tyrell. I missed that or I didn't read that all the way through. That's fucking funny. And this is also what I really like about State of Decay. Is I love the humor. It's so dry and just.
it's helping other people, right?
yeah. And she could also be providing morale because she was a janitor, so maybe she's keeping things clean up around the base.
That's what's so awesome about this. Is not only is she down there, you can see she's great at weapon handling. She's got that marathon skill, which means she runs faster
Right.
or runs longer. But she can also, every hero, every character can also contribute to the to the community at large. So let's say you're a terrible fighter, a terrible weaponsmith, but you have a great sense of humor, so everyone around you just likes having you around.
Exactly right. So your traits can give you good qualities that are useful to have around the base. Your hero bonus can lead to that. This 5th skill slot that we have here is usually around base building and oriented around that. So Allison has a utilities background that's going to allow her to help out with things that do involve like power or water, things like that are required for certain facilities to function correctly or for certain actions to be used in those facilities.
Right.
So I talked about the specialization. Because Allison has maxed out the stars here in fighting, she's ready to specialize into that.
God damn, everything just seems to be happening faster in this gameplay. I mean, you saw that, just swing, breaks out, and now she's, pulls out the handgun, pop, 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 pop. Now we gotta go back into swinging her. I think that's a crowbar, is her weapon. I like the speed. Yeah, the first one, I don't want to say it seems slow. It just this feels a little bit more realistic. It could be the new engine that this is running on. That could be it. But I'm also going to guess it's regular walkers and screamers up there.
Can have up to 4 options, again, based on their traits, based on their background. If we had somebody who had a background that was like an action movie choreographer or something like that, for instance, they might probably have all 4 options available to them.
Okay.
But for now, we can choose to improve her close combat, which means that using no weapons except for that close combat weapon, the screwdriver,
The knife, the one that comes with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's going to be much better at using that. Or we can do endurance. Endurance is going to give her more health. She's not going to take as much damage or these injuries, which she's obviously prone to, and give her a special attack.
So what do you recommend here? What are we going to go with?
Just because of again, the amount of trauma she's already accumulated,
Right.
I'm going to specialize into endurance. And you can see that now that we've unlocked that, in addition to the additional max health, the injury severity reduction, that now she has a move on LB and X that gives her the slam attack. We were looking at some stuff earlier. It's
Yeah,
kinda like
she
this-
picks him up and like flips him over the head.
slams him down on the ground, sets him up for a kill. It's fantastic. It's a great move.
Cool.
They used to be called that was a powerhouse move
The background, it's not
in the original.
for what we're talking
Oh
about.
God, I don't want to know what happened.
This has Ben's in a great mood right now. He's cheerful. He's got a lot of good morale coming in. He likes to garden, decent tools and things like
He's
that.
got some decent tools. All right.
Yeah, good hero bonus. His hero bonus increases the action speed around the base. So again, an individual survivor might not necessarily be the best person out in the field, but they
Right,
might
yeah.
be contributing to the community in other ways.
And vice versa, right? You got
Exactly.
a bona fide ninja, but he's just kind of an a-hole back at the community, and nobody likes having him around. So that's a trade-off you have to make.
Right, and you do have to make hard choices sometimes about like our morale is incredibly low. Why is it so bad? This guy also is a huge jerk. Maybe we should kick him out. It's things that you have to think about. In the
No
context of
easy
the concept.
decisions.
No easy decisions. So again, morale bonuses from the workshop, and again, like there are so many things that can affect the way you consider a survivor's role in your community. He has a crazy metabolism. That's great. It gives him all this additional stamina, but he eats more food
yeah.
every day, and that can lead to some problems later on as well.
Right on.
Okay, so Dion's our doctor.
Sawbones.
Also a pretty good fighter. Citizen in the community. Once we fill up that meter and he reaches hero status, we're going to get additional med storage.
And that meter is filled up by completing tasks and going out foraging, scavenging, and stuff
Exactly,
like that.
going out into the world and accomplishing specific goals. Also by doing some of the stuff back at the base, but mostly it's about going back.
Okay, so right there, it's looking like the individual base facilities, they have more function than just like you build a bunkhouse and it's more beds for more survivors. That's kind of how the first one did it. Or like the machine workshop, you could tell them to do stuff, but you had to go through a bunch of menus and it was but in this one, I like how it's pretty much you go to that area. You have, again, that I'm going to keep harping on this. I really like how it just has that set UI. It seems really smooth, easy to use. But you go into the infirmary, you press Y. Now you have options of, you can heal yourself, you can do this, you can do that. I like that concept. I really like what they're doing with State of Decay 2, because everything just looks like they're just saying, okay, we're going to do State of Decay with a new engine and more. That's it. They're building off what they made as opposed to just changing everything. I really like it. I know I just keep saying I really like it, but it's awesome. I'm so pumped.
And he's an optimist, and that's great most of the time, but sometimes he pisses people off.
Annoys irritable community
And
members.
irritable-
That guy that's just like, hey, everything's great, everything's
Bright,
fine.
sunshiny.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets
Tone
on
it
your
down,
nerves.
Dion. Tone it down.
Eamon here, he's not doing so great. He's got blood plague, and he's not checked into an infirmary, so he's got 102 minutes until ghastly death.
Oh. Well.
And, that's not too great.
Yeah.
Something that we might need to take care of at some point in the future. But he's a great party planner, and that's
All
great
right.
for
Hey,
morale.
you know what?
He
Even
was
in
a-
the apocalypse, you need a party.
Right, he was a cake decorator and an environmentalist. He's very happy that the carbon footprint has been reduced
Now
after
this
the
is
apocalypse.
well, I speaking of carbon footprints, I imagine he's going to be capped on his cardio skill down there because he has asthma.
That's exactly right. So, in addition to having traits and background that can increase the speed at which you will level up in a skill, or where you start in a skill, you can have traits that will reduce your possibility space in that skill. So his cardio is always going to be capped at 4, which means that he's never going to get to the full 7 that he needs to specialize.
Okay.
So that's what he's going to be. Fortunately, he actually has turned out to be pretty useful in the community. Good gunslinging skills. The endurance is going to reduce the amount of damage he's taken, so he's still okay in a fight, but he's going to get winded really fast. So you
Right.
definitely don't want to be caught out in the world without a vehicle, as I'm in here. And then
Lastly, we have Lex.
Alexis Blackwell. She's a little sad right now.
Yeah.
Damage, and again, just the various things contributing to her morale. She's got blood plague as well, so that's
I'm
depressing.
sensing a pattern right now. Sure.
She's getting close to being a hero as well, but she's got shooting. I'm going to specialize her shooting. I was going to specialize her shooting. Made a friend.
Yeah, we had somebody sneak in here.
Okay, that answers my question from earlier that when you're in this menu, the game still plays. So is it better to be like this and have like actual menu, like a big full-on menu like this, or in the original State of Decay where it was that journal where it was just pretty much on the right half of the screen, so you could still see what's going on in the world around you? I don't know. I think that one comes up to depending on the who you are, depends on your own personal tastes. But
Here. I'm going to specialize into gunslinging because that's a fun.
Improve by shooting enemies. Okay.
Improved by shooting enemies. And you can see there that snap to targets while aiming. That's something that's going to consume stamina because it's very powerful.
oh, sweet.
So yeah, that's kind of an overview of how skills work in the skills and traits and people bonuses, hero bonuses, and their leader type
Now-
all kind of tie together.
Now, all these characters are, potentially this is a character that I could find, or whoever's listening to this could find when they boot up State of Decay 2. These are all procedurally generated characters, and you don't know what you're going to get, what hand you're going to be dealt.
Just like real life, you never know what somebody's going to turn out to be and how
Right.
they're going to, what they're going to contribute to your group overall. So everybody's community composition, everybody that plays State of Decay is going to have a completely different community. The little details it composes, there might be some similarities. You
Sure.
might have a good shooter, I might have a good shooter, but they're going to be totally different. The other traits that contribute to who they are as a whole are going to be totally different.
All those little pieces that come together to make a person.
All the details.
Well, I think we should get wrapping up, but let's elect one of our heroes here as a leader. Who do you think it should be?
The warlords are pretty tough. They give you really great. They give you access to this really great facility that lets you make any kind of ammo. That's fantastic. Builders are more focused on kind of creation, building the world back up. They tend to be my favorite. Traders are great. They get you some folks that you can trade with. But I'm going to go ahead and go with Allison here as the builder. Promote her to leader.
We did it. We have a leader now.
We have a leader now.
All right.
She's ready to go. And so now we have access to different functionality in the base that we didn't have before, and that's going to start us on our path towards the end game.
Right on. Well, hey, that's a quick look at the character system in State of Decay 2. Richard, thank you.
All right. My final thoughts. I've pretty much already said it. I think State of Decay 2 is going to just be, it's going to be State of Decay, but more, and I'm so excited for that. I really like the first State of Decay, which, like I said, I'm doing a Let's Play for that. Go check it out somewhere on the channel. But yeah, I pretty much everything that they're doing, it's a continuation of this is this character's past. So these are the skills that they have. This is the skills that they have access to, and it's doing it a little more laid out, a little easier to see. But I also think with the procedural generated stuff, all that, it's going to be really fun to see what kind of characters you get, what combinations of skills and everything you get. Specialization looks a little different. It looks like there's maybe a few more options. I like the citizen to hero to leader progression of the characters. I still wish you could customize them. That's one thing that I wish that was in here, that you could customize the characters, like look, maybe you have a uniform for your settlement, or I don't know, something weird like that. I think that would be cool. But all in all, that was a look at the new Survivor system in State of Decay 2. I really hope that this video is clean and not all messed up like my A Way Out videos. Like I said, A Way Out will be postponed probably to the end of this week. It's just trying to get everybody's schedules together for all this. Anything else? Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff is down in the description below. Like, comment, you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. But until then, I'm AJ Gels. This is the Gaming Channel. I'm out.